For those who don't know, I'm a very political person. I usually try to keep politics out of my videos, but I feel this is a pretty special case considering the recent 2015 debates going on. In the first place, before you think about commenting, yeah, I'm married, and here's a picture of my husband. So, I was watching some YouTube clips of the last political debates, and here are my thoughts on that. If you are actually so backwards that you really think you ought to vote for Donald Trump, considering all that he's actually for and against, you can get off my page. You can unsubscribe, you can unfriend me, you can block me, because I don't need you in my life, ever. Matter of fact, let me talk a minute about the thing that set me off the most. And believe me, there was a lot of things that Republicans do on a regular basis that set me off, but this is a special one. This guy actually believes that we should forcefully grab everybody remotely Muslim and kick them out the country. For the record, I am not a Muslim, although I am constantly mistaken for one at the airport. It's like we have 9/11 one time only, and everybody who is remotely brown or dark-haired or dark-eyed is a terrorist. So I've had to put up with this since I was 14 years old. So I'm a little tired of being checked at the airport. That's why I always take clear backpacks with me, so it just goes quicker that way. But here's why that messes me up. Well, I'm not a Muslim, and I don't ever want to be a Muslim. My auntie converted to the Muslim faith in the 1990s. One of the most violent things she ever did? Make a sandwich, really angry. I'm not kidding. If that's what you think counts as terrorism, if sandwich making is terrorism to you, not only can you unfriend me, you can seek therapy because you're insane. I do not like the thought that some 1%er, rich, multiple-time bankrupted, ignorant fool can come into office and just start exterminating anybody he doesn't like based off of a misunderstanding of his own faith. I don't like how this is going. I mean, we already had one Hitler. I'm not pushing for a second here. And in case you're one of those nutsoids out there that are like, well, Muslims are terrorists, they need to die, because if you're not Christian, you need to die. If you're like that, let me also point out he also said he would, if he was a younger man, and if he wasn't related to her, he would actually bang his daughter. Trump wants to bang his daughter. Trump wants to bang his daughter. If that doesn't scare you, if you think that's fine, you're insane and incestual, and you need to seek therapy and get off my page. In a nutshell, if you're so back in the past that you want to start exterminating people because of your misunderstanding of religion, then you need to stay out of my life for good, because I seriously have no use for you. I understand everybody needs something to believe in. Alcoholics turn to religion quite a bit. You know, when they've screwed up every aspect of their lives, they turn to religion so that they can feel like, hey, you know, someone's got your back. And if that's what gets you through the day, then that's fine. But if your religion is instructing you on who to kill, who to maim, who to torture, who to persecute, you need to find something else to believe in. Or just do what most Christians do and cherry pick your religion. I apologize if that's offensive to anybody, but it is true. I mean, there's sections of the Bible that say we should be selling our daughters off at age 9 for sex slaves. Sorry, I don't really believe in that. There's other passages like Book of Corinthians, for example. There's a whole passage where Moses just tells a whole bunch of people, you know, go find these Canaanites, and you find any pregnant women, cut their children out. I don't think we can do that. I mean, I'm pro-choice, but I believe it's the woman's choice and not Moses' choice whether or not the science experiment in her womb is going to go or not. So we've learned over time to pick and choose sections of our religions that we feel comfortable with. We like the whole love thy neighbor thing. That's a good thing from religion, love thy neighbor. Loving thy neighbor, by the way, does not mean you get to tell them, Kim Davis, you should have enough common sense to know which parts of your faith's book to believe in and which ones you shouldn't. Love thy neighbor's a popular one. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Well, hey, it's not a law, but it's a good idea. Don't cheat on your spouse, Kim Davis. There's others I know that people have a little trouble with, like thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's stuff. Well, I'm sorry, but if my neighbor has a Harley Davidson and I don't, I'm gonna think his Harley Davidson's really nice, so it's probably a bad thing that I do that, but I mess up too. If you're actually voting based off of faith and not based off of what this person will do to your jobs, which is send them overseas, by the way, you probably need to seek counseling, because you really don't have a grasp on reality.